What are some of the biggest signs that somebody has narcissistic personality disorder? And I know that I talk about this in a lot of my videos, but it is imperative that victims of narcissistic abuse are able to identify their abusers so that they understand that they are not at fault and that they are not, in fact, a narcissist. Through my life experiences, I have come across two types of narcissists. And I have known grandiose narcissists who are capable of being genuinely confident, these overt type of narcissists. And they may very well have some legitimate degree of self-esteem, or so it seemed, which was often corroborated with valid and impressive achievements, monetarily, academically. And the other type of narcissist I have known are the covert type narcissist. And this is the only type of narcissist that I've ever been in a relationship with. There are some very subtle yet significant differences concerning behavior, the behaviors of the often high-achieving grandiose narcissist, and the more likely than not non-achieving covert narcissist. And the behaviors of a grandiose narcissist, the achiever type, the kind that, the more cerebral type narcissist, the brainy kind, the very, like I said, financially and academically oriented type of narcissist. And they are totally me oriented and very selfish. They are very status oriented, and everything is judged in like a hierarchy, in a ladder type manner. And due to their inherently subjective nature of liberal arts, they find pursuits such pursuits somewhat frivolous. If a police officer issues them a ticket, they will discuss the same with the police officer, and thereafter there is a good chance that the police officer will decide not to issue a ticket, but instead a warning, because they are very good at talking themselves out of situations. They have shallow interpersonal relationships with virtually all of their friends. They are likely not prone to be openly affectionate, so there's not a lot of PDA going on. They value pragmatism. They need far less sleep than the average person. They are prone to either you do it, it's my way or the highway type of attitude. They are naturally very intelligent with a strong code of ethics, which they rigidly adhere to. Now, this is their own code of ethics that can change at any time, and that's called moving the goalposts. They are comfortable with leadership positions, and when they amp up their charm offensive, people will gravitate towards them. People want this narcissist approval and validation, as they have a high pain threshold. I've noticed. It's if you best this narcissist, whether it be a video game or ping pong, he or she will clandestinely practice all night so that in the morning they will casually ask you for a rematch and try to beat you. After you are laid to waste, he or she would have you believe that you had not beaten them the night before in the same game. Reverence objective scoring and grading find faults with the subject grading criteria in academia. They can be quite charitable. They never shed a tear. They are more impressed with technocrat than being a free thinker. And women may gravitate to what appears to be someone who is firmly in command and seemingly confident. Bystanders who listen to their side of things tend to agree with them due to their force of will. They do not hesitate and admit they relish in making money and acquisitioning power. If they could take on a project apt to put forth their best efforts, he or she would be charismatic, charming. They are sufficiently challenged. When they are sufficiently challenged, they can be tenacious about doing whatever it takes to win. They have a no pain, no gain philosophy. They are grandiose, obviously. They are due to raw intelligence. They likely did well academically and put forth less effort than most of their peers in some circumstances. They are highly cynical. They have the uncanny ability to tune out distractions or background noise. They have strong common sense. They have a lot of street smarts. They take pride in having professional bearing while in public. They're economically, fiscally conservative. They may be gossipy, but they will be below the radar about this gossip. They believe virtually all people have ulterior motives. They are pessimistic. They love to travel. None prone to be unduly stressed when under pressure. However, on those occasions that they are stressed, it would be advisable to give them a wide berth. They are sore losers. They have a low emotional intelligence. If they have staff, they will zealously protect their staff members who are likely treated as family. And I was with a narcissist that was like that for many years. They will often expect high standards from others as well as themselves. They are ultra competitive. They do not provide reciprocal love. They are fast learners, clean fighters, always on the offensive, and there is no such thing as a good defense. Confrontation style is direct. They love to hold court and can do it well. They have very little cognitive empathy, no effective empathy. They prefer hobbies and academic sports that are objective and logic-based in orientation. They are not prone to depression. They believe in will to power. They do give compliments at times, but this is in order to gain power and manipulate others. They have an explosive temper, and they perceive crying to be a sign of weakness. They can be goal-oriented, and they spout off that one should be able to play with pain. Again, no pain, no gain. Generally, they are not pleased to observe others who are thriving and flourishing, as this envious trait that many narcissists have comes up. Financially successful in many cases, ultra competitive with him or herself and others in regards to all issues. No one remembers the person who came in second place is one of their adages. They do not believe in taking sick days, and those who are deemed to be, if they think of those who do, as they deem them as weak-willed and hypochondriacs. Their primary defense is utilized when vulnerable is I don't remember saying that, or I don't remember doing that. They more than likely have a prestigious job. They are not inclined to play the victim at all. They generally don't care too much about the approval of others, but they still, obviously, they have to get that narcissistic supply from somewhere. And they are mildly paranoid. They stick with their conventions. Far fewer ardent enemies than you might think. When in a bind, they have a very selective memory. They are not particularly happy when others get good news. Bullies all peers as they are seen as competition. Bullies those of higher status if they deem that these individuals did not pay their dues. They are predisposed to have a sink or swim mentality. They can be exceedingly loyal to a very select few friends who he or she respects due to their exceptional talent and staggering intelligence. Would find it unsporting to bully the vast majority of humanity whom he or she considers to be never-do-wells and less-thans. They can be boorish. They can be trophy husbands and trophy wives. Trophy wives or trophy husbands welcome. They do not feel guilt. They do not apologize or make reparative gestures. They do not feel shame, they do feel shame. They feel a lot of toxic shame, not due to hurting their significant other, but these feelings of shame come from how others will perceive their shameful behavior, such as abusing a significant other without cause. They do not cut corners. They are highly efficient and productive. They can be highly disciplined, respects few, and distrusts nearly all. They can be cutting, they hate being criticized, yet hypercritical of others, and prone to be callous when making said criticisms. They can present as smug, and they alienate as many as they do not hesitate to say things such as cut to the bone.